Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. This week we're talking about CMMC Control CM.L2-3.4.3. Track, review, approve, or disapprove, and log changes to organizational systems. Let's find out what this exciting control is about. So, hey, if you're a defense contractor who's feeling overwhelmed, tired and alone, trying to understand all this CMMC, DFARS, and NIST SP 800-171 compliance stuff on top of an already colossal workload, well, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's jump into it. So, in CMMC Control CM.L2-3.4.3, track, review, approve, or disapprove, and log changes to organizational systems, what we're talking about here is the idea of showing assessors how you are tracking, approving, and denying changes in the system as they happen. Okay, so in other words, it's not good enough to just sort of have changes to the system when it comes to security sort of just like spoken to one another, unless you're like a 3 or 4 person company. But ultimately what they're looking for is we want to see the process for change in your organization. So another way of putting this is you can demonstrate the decision-making process and show that unauthorized system changes actually cannot happen without approval. So again, it's all about making sure that the checks and balances are in place, especially when it comes to security. So obviously, an unapproved system change is not a good thing. And in smaller networks, maybe this is not quite such a big deal, but in larger networks, as they say, multiple cooks in the kitchen can make a super messy cake. We could have done better than that. I don't know. We could have had some more fun with that than a cake. I don't know. I got nothing. Maybe we couldn't have. Maybe we couldn't have come up with a better joke. I'm going to fire the writer. Anyway. So there has to be a defined process and procedure. I'm the writer. I know. I wrote that one. I wrote it. It was late at night. It was a long night. It was a really long night. Can you tell? All right. So there has to be a defined process and procedures for doing this. Let's check out what the assessors are looking for and how to make them happy. So 4 things they're looking for. Determine if changes to the system are tracked. So how do we do that, right? Well, again, most organizations have something like a ticketing system. I don't know if I'd really feel comfortable saying, hey, we track this stuff via email. Email's kind of, not the best or effective way of really tracking things. It is a way. I'll be honest with you, we use a ticketing system. I haven't had any of my clients really go through a DIBCAC or DCMA audit, who they're all on a ticketing system. So that's how we answer. I suppose you could do it via email, but it might be a little bit risky. It might be kind of a little, if you're really, really small, maybe you could get away with email, but you really need a system for doing this. Second assessment point, determine if changes to the system are reviewed. So are all changes are reviewed and commented on via the IT ticketing system? Here's an example from that one. Somebody should be a reviewer or a manager of the people who are doing the actual changes, right? So again, if you're really, really small, it's a little different, but if you're a typical mid to large size business, again, generally speaking, in your systems, you're going to have someone who's assigned to be a manager or a role leader, and they want to know that there are certain things that people can't do without an approval, and that's part of it, especially when it comes to security. Third assessment point, determine if changes to the system are approved or disapproved. Changes to the system are tracked in the IT ticketing system. Determination on approval or disapproval are kept within the ticket. So again, we're going to see in the service ticket or in the email chain that a manager comes in and says, yes, this is okay, and then they take it back, and then the doer, maybe it's an IT technician or whoever it is actually executing the change in the system. They'll go make the change. But again, someone's got to be acting to approve that. Fourth assessment point, determine if changes to the system are logged. So yes, we want to log changes that happen to the system. Again, all covered in the IT ticketing system, but it could also be taken care of in your SIEM system or your Security Information Event Management System. Again, somehow you've got to actually demonstrate to an assessor that when things change, they're being tracked and logged, more importantly. Again, somehow there's an ability to find out what happened when and trace that back over time. Now, if you are reading this, or shall I say, following along with me on our awesome YouTube channel, and you are banging your head against the wall, thinking to yourself, how am I going to listen to the next 37 hours of Mike talking to me about this amazingly brilliant subject matter, and you are thinking to yourself, I think I'm in over my head? The good news is we work with people just like you all day long, all week long even. We work with defense contractors who really are just like you, okay? Supply chain defense contractors. If you even know about this stuff, if you even found my video, you're probably the people we help, all right? And we help them when this DFARS, NIST, ITAR, and CMMC compliance stuff has been dropped in their lap like a seagull on a sunny day. We teach you how to level up and be a proper on-call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work with higher profit margins. Now that is what becoming an on-call compliance hero can do for you, my friends. Looking for more help getting compliant? Our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit cmmccompliancesecrets.com or check out the bio below for links to get help right now. If you love the content we're putting out there for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, Hulk smash that subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. Until the next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there, and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. And I'll see you on the next one.